Yo! What's up, guys? We are back! How is everyone doing? Welcome to the stream. We're here, we're live, we're hanging out, and we're back on the Articuno grind. It's gonna be rough. We've done 141 hours so far. Still no shiny. Hopefully we get it today. But you can check out the information in the description if you're interested in stuff from our sponsor. Like this little paw grip I got on my Joy-Con now. It's really cute. Just in time for Animal Crossing coming out this coming month. So they come in like 5 different colors. And I think they're on sale right now, so that's even better. But of course they make grips for all sorts of other controllers as well. You guys have heard the whole thing, yeah. Check them out if you're interested. If not, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's all good. We're here, we're live, we're hanging out, and we're back at it. Well, Sean, I'm using data and I apologize, but I need to head out. I'm almost... Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. We're gonna be here for a little while, so it's fine. What if you're doing the shiny hunt wrong? I can assure you I'm not. We've just had very bad luck. I can assure you I'm not doing it wrong. It's just been very bad luck. Also, this is a full odds hunt, so you don't really expect a full odds to just show up easily. I have gotten full odds Pokemon before, out of pure coincidence. I've gotten a full odds Caterpie in this game. I've gotten a full odds Graveler in this game. And then in Pokemon Sun, I found a full odds Granbull. Just outside, like, the Battle Tree area. So, full odds do happen occasionally if you're really lucky. But generally speaking, you don't expect to get something that's full odds quickly. And this is a full odds hunt, so it is a lot of time invested into it, but I can assure you we are not hunting this incorrectly. But welcome to stream, Comic Kerbo. Welcome to stream. How's it going? Yo, Bat, what's up? Welcome to stream. 141 hours. We haven't gotten it yet. I swear, Generation 9 will be out by the time we get this fucking thing. We'll have to count how many Pokemon games get released in between the time we started hunting this to the time that we actually get it. So far, we're up to like 3, I think. Because Sword and Shield, and then Mystery Dungeon, but I don't think that's out yet. Yo, Mitch, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Yep, we're back at it. I said we were gonna be shiny hunting today, but I couldn't decide if I wanted to do this or if I wanted to hop into Sword and Shield. Because we actually have a theme going on for Sword and Shield with our shiny hunts. We're going for a Pac-Man theme, where we're going for 4 ghost types, each of which have shinies that represent the 4 ghosts from Pac-Man, so like the same colors. And then we're gonna go for shiny Rookie D to represent Pac-Man, which I think is a fairly good choice there. If shiny Geodude was available, I would have gone for Geodude, but, you know, it is what it is. Lickitung might have been a good one for Pac-Man, actually, now I think about it. But yeah, so they, so the ones we're going for in Pokemon Sword as part of, like, that Pac-Man theme is, we're doing, shiny Duskull, which we just got, and then we're gonna do shiny Ghastly, Chandelure, and Poltegeist, and those will be like the 4 ghosts from Pac-Man, pretty much. So it's gonna be interesting. You should have went with the sword and done Kanto starter raids. I'm not really too worried about the Kanto starters. I haven't really done any raid hunting yet. It is kind of weird that they're doing this, like, Mewtwo event, but you can't actually catch Mewtwo. So, like, you can find Mewtwo raids, and you can fight him, which I've heard have been insanely difficult. But then, even if you beat them, you can't catch him. So, the whole thing seems kind of pointless. It would suck if you could find a shiny one while doing that, though. It's like, oof, I found a shiny Mewtwo, but I can't catch it. That would suck. That would suck a lot. I don't know if they have it, like, coded to where that can't happen or not, but that would suck. Let's see. I've been shooketh. The ground will quake from my shake. Bro, what's going on, Chex? What's going on, man? How you doing? But yeah, so the next one we'll do in Sword will probably be Ghastly. I don't want to go back to doing the Galarian forms that we were doing until I get Shiny Charm, because Masuda Method has not been very kind to me. Statistically, it should be, but I haven't had any luck with it. So I want to wait till we get Shiny Charm to go back to Masuda. So those will probably have to wait for a while. Man, it's been a long day. I initially planned on this, going live with this much sooner. But I got caught up in some stuff. So, we're here now. So I was venting to my friend about how I've considered going to gay camp and how being gay makes me want... Oh! Interesting. And she was like, well, you choose to be gay, now I cry. That's interesting. That's like a very controversial topic, that, I don't know, that is very interesting. I don't want to get too much in detail on that, just because that is like a very controversial topic. But I'll hit you up in DMs. We can talk about that when I have time later. Hey, the bot's actually working. Look at that. That's awesome. A time where I didn't have to reset it to make it work. Let me see if the GG command is working now, because it wasn't working before. For some reason, I'm curious to see if it's working now. Come on, Streamlabs, don't let me down. Nah, it seems like that command's still not working. Which, I don't know why. I don't know why that command's not working. Because it's set up. It should work. But it's not. And I don't know why. Interesting. Okay. Do the other commands work, or just none of ours working right now? Let's see if the other commands are working. It would seem that our commands are not working for some reason. Oh wait, there we go. There we go. Okay. So that one works. You guys can check those out to see if those are working or not. That's a whole list of all of our commands. Obviously, the giveaway ones aren't going to be working right now because we don't have a giveaway going on right now. But yeah, so for some reason the GG command's not working, and I don't know why. I mean, the GG command is literally the same stuff that's in the description of this video. So, you know, if you are interested in it, it is in the description. But I had it set up to where there was a command for it, and for some reason the command just doesn't work. I don't know why. I made a man hang up on me at work tonight. He was being exceedingly belligerent towards my coworker. Damn! The dick fund, I expect nothing less from Sean. That's a callback to our old setup. Because back when we had our old setup, I had, like, we don't have a donation goal set up right now, but back in our old setup, I had, like, the donation goal, hold on, I had the donation goal, like, right about here, for our full cam, which coincidentally with the old setup just so happened to be wherever, like, where my dick was, because that's how the camera angle was. So we just started calling it the Dick Fund. And it just kind of caught on. So that's actually a callback to our old setup. Long before we had the green screen and all that stuff. Let's see. 3 of my coworkers hung up on him. I took it as a challenge to get him to hang up first. I won. Damn. Damn. This fucking dude. He's like, bitch, I want some pizza. Yeah, man, that's fine. He was in a need for some fucking... You work at Little Caesars, right? I believe you were telling me that you did. Unless that was somebody else. I try to keep memory of all these things, but yeah, he was in a need for pizza, and he's just like, nope, you ain't getting no pizza. It's like, that's the thing, right? It's very important to, well, I mean, you should be kind to everybody. But in particular, it's very important to be kind to the people who are serving you food. Like, if nothing else, the people who are serving you food, it is very important to be kind to them. Because you don't know what they could do to that food. So yeah. Still waiting for a throwback stream from the old setup. I might do it at some point. There's a lot of work to make that happen, so I don't know when/if we'll do that, but maybe one day. What time are you streaming tomorrow? I have no idea. I very rarely have an actual schedule that I go by. I try to shoot for certain times, but it's usually just whenever I actually have the time to do it. Yes, we apparently messed up his order, but he wouldn't tell us what we did wrong to fix it. Well, he's just dumb then. Like, Yes, you messed up my order, but I'm not gonna tell you the details in which of what you messed up. Like, at that point, you're just a dick. Like, oh my god. What made him hang up was when he half incoherently mentioned his dick, and I asked him, is this what excites you? Oh my god, that is... oof. That poor man. Yeah, you see, I have a fetish for calling Little Caesars employees and just, like, completely, like, causing them havoc over the phone. That's like an oddly specific thing. That is oddly specific. That moment when your dog jumps onto you while you have hot tea in your hand and you dump the tea all over yourself and now you do the burn. Oof. Oof, that, yeah, you don't want to do the burn. That's for sure. That's for sure. Why is Skyrim $50 physically for the Switch? It won't. Because it's fucking Skyrim. Like, I know people want to say, like, Switch tax and all that. But it's like, it's Skyrim. They know people will buy it. Hell, I fucking bought it. It's just one of those games that they've resold to the, like, they've literally taken Skyrim and sold it to us like 11 times. Some people enjoy being dicks to other. Yeah, I guess. When you're playing Roblox again, I have no clue. But we will at some point. For a split second, I thought that was the shiny. I was waiting to see if it sparkled or not, and it didn't. But for a split second, I thought that was it, because it looked a little bit brighter, but it wasn't, apparently. Because it didn't do the animation, so that wasn't it. Oh yeah, no, that's, there's a difference, right? Because I've had pizza places mess up my order before, right? And just like, for example, of course, I'm on a diet now, so I haven't had like a proper pizza in a very long time. But my most recent visit to a pizza place, which was a couple months ago, it was the Pizza Hut near my grandfather's house. And I actually walked there from my grandfather's house. And I went and I ordered a cheese pizza with light sauce, stuffed crust. Because you gotta get the stuffed crust. And they accidentally put heavy sauce instead of light sauce. I was looking at my receipt and it said heavy sauce. So I went up to the lady at the register. And, I wasn't rude or anything. I was just like, hey, I said light sauce. It says on the receipt heavy sauce. And she's like, okay, let me run to the back and let them know. And she did. And they ended up getting me my pizza. They ended up having to make a whole new pizza because they had already started making the other one. But they ended up giving me both pizzas. Both the one that I actually ordered and the one that they fucked up. They didn't charge me for the other one. So I ended up with 2 pizzas, and I only paid for one. And they even threw in, like, a little cookie thing as well to be like, sorry, we fucked up. And I'm like, you know what? That is how you handle that situation. Like, they were fantastic. They were absolutely fantastic. Yeah, so it's just like, you just gotta be nice to the people that are serving you food, right? Like, you really should be nice to everybody. In an ideal world, everybody would be nice to everybody. But unfortunately, that's not the world we live in. But you better be damn nice to the people who are serving you food. That is very important. Nobody can out Pizza the Hut, bro. I love Pizza Hut. I can't have it anymore because of my diet, but you know, I do love Pizza Hut. Also, Papa John's is really good too. Pizza Hut and Papa John's, those are like the 2 like chain pizza places that I like. But my favorite pizza place, which it's been a long time since I've been there because it's very far away from where I live. But there's a little place called over on Metairie Road called Mark Twain's Pizza. You can look them up. They're in Metairie, Louisiana. Best damn pizza I have ever had. Not sponsored, but if you happen to be in the area, check them out, because they, you will not find a better pizza anywhere else. I am confident in that. Let's see. We do that too. Like, if we fuck up on the pizzas, we'll give you the mess up for free. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. You just gotta be nice to the people who are serving your food. You know, I've had family members who have worked in, you know, the food service industry. And, yeah, man, it's just one of those things. It's just one of those rules of life. You should always be kind to the people who are serving you food. Pizza her. Pizza her. I've never had good pizza. Bro, you'll have to, if you ever come to New Orleans, for some reason, I don't know, maybe Mardi Gras or something, or like Jazz Fest or something. If you ever find yourself in New Orleans, for some reason, we should go to Mark Twain's Pizza, because they got some damn good pizza. Minecraft villagers go to pizza. Hold on, the fucking, hold on. Is that the villager noise? Hold on. Let me lean into the mic. Let me get right up in there, just for. Okay, is that it? I think that was pretty close. Can I get a job at Mojang voicing the villagers? Can I be the official villager voice actor? that'd be awesome. I love how nobody is commenting on my villager noises. You see, the funny thing about that is, and you know, I completely forgot this. I actually live in a village. So if anybody's going to be making villager noises, it's me. Because I actually live in a village, so I am technically a villager. So there you go. I'm going to vacation next week in Tennessee. Yo, Tennessee's really nice. Tennessee's a really nice place. And he says it sounds spot on. I mean, I live in a village. I'm a villager. So there you go. Sean is Minecraft villager confirmed. He's playing Minecraft right now. Yo, they have a knockoff version of Minecraft VR for the PSVR. Because I guess for some reason they weren't able... Because that's a weird gray area, right? Because they have Minecraft on PlayStation. But they don't have Minecraft VR on PlayStation, which is kind of strange. So they made their own version. It's a game called Discovery. And, like, literally the cover art for the damn game is the fucking Minecraft dirt blocks. I don't know how the hell they got away with it, but, you know... so yeah, there's like a Minecraft VR knockoff on PSVR called Discovery. And I kind of want to get it just to fuck around with it. But it's also one of those things I'll probably get and only play like twice. So I don't know if it's worth it. Just to do it like twice is a joke. Sean's the village idiot calling it out. Bro, this dude. I mean, to be fair, I'm probably the only person in the entire village that would spend this much time trying to get a bird that's slightly different color from the regular bird. That would have taken me only 5 minutes to get. So, from that perspective, yeah, you're probably right. That's an easy one, Chex. You don't live in a village, so you can't be the village whore if you don't live in a village. That's not how it works. Good luck catching the fucking shiny. Bro, I'm hoping we get it soon, because it's starting to get a little ridiculous. It's starting to get a little ridiculous, you know? Because, like, 72 hours would make it 3 days. 96 hours, I think? Or 96 hours would make it 4 days. We're at 141 hours, so that would be what, like 6 days? Roughly 6 days. Almost an entire week. Almost a week. So yeah, we're almost a week into this hunt. Like, actual hours, 1 week. That's kind of insane. Right? Because you have people that will, like, hunt a shiny every day for a week for, like, a specific amount of time and be like, oh, I hunted it for a week. No, I actually hunted this thing for a fucking week. Like, the actual hours. We're almost a week in, which is kind of insane. Because that's a lot of hours. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. When you break it down like that, that's almost a week. Actually, just out of curiosity, how many hours would be in a week? Because I know we're not there yet, but we've got to be getting close. 168 we would be 1 week in. So when we get to 168, we'll officially be a week into this. We're at 141 and a half right now. So we're getting there, but we're not there yet. That would mean that at 144, which is probably right about we'll end this episode, would be 6 days. So we're almost 6 days in. We're 2.5 hours. Or no, 3.5. No, 2.5. We're 2.5 hours away from officially being 6 full days into this hunt. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. I don't know whether to award Sean with a medal for being persistent or being insane. I mean, it is what it is, man. Honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that, like, I have you guys here to keep me occupied, I would have given up on this ages ago. Because it's much easier to spend the time doing this when you actually, like, are able to read chat and kind of have a dialogue there. Because if it was just me alone sitting in a room in the dark, I'd probably go 10 hours and be like, I'm not feeling it. Yeah. I'd get burnt out really quickly. But, hopefully we get it soon, though. We're about 2.5 hours off from being a full 6 days into this hunt. Which will be 6 days of my life I will never get back. So, hopefully we get this thing soon. Because it's starting to get ridiculous. It's starting to get just a little bit ridiculous. Just a little bit. Yo, good night, Brandon. Good night, Brandon. Welcome to the stream. My fucking dumbass brain. Good night, Brandon. Thanks for stopping by. I don't remember if I said good night already, but, you know, good night. I can't hunt for more than 20 minutes at a time. Yeah. At least they're not casting for a shiny Feebas and Sword. Oof. Yeah, I've heard that's a pain in the ass. I've heard that is a pain in the ass one to get. I actually have a shiny Feebas in Pokemon Go. So I could transfer it over when they add Pokemon Go to home. If I decide I want to do that, which I'm not entirely sure if I want to. There's actually a lot of shinies I could bring over if I wanted to. I just haven't really decided if that's something I want to do. I'm thinking about bringing over my shiny Melmetal. But at the same time, I know at some point in the future, they're gonna have to do a G-Max Melmetal event. Like, they're just gonna have to do it. They just kind of have to. We know that G-Max Melmetal exists. So, like, they're gonna have to do it at some point. And I feel like if I already had a shiny Melmetal in the game, and then they release G-Max Melmetal, I'm gonna be like, well now I just kind of want to shiny hunt that. So I kind of want to bring it over, but at the same time, I know damn well that at some point in the future, there's gonna be a G-Max Melmetal event. There just has to be. We know that G-Max Melmetal exists in the game's code. So they're gonna have to release it eventually. It's actually really cool looking too. It reminds me a lot of like the Iron Giant. I'm sure most of you in the chat remember that movie, but some of you might. Some of my younger viewers might not remember that one. But the Iron Giant, man, I loved that fucking movie. I absolutely love that movie. They did a cameo for it in Ready Player One, which is really cool. But, yeah, man. The Iron Giant, man. That was a damn good movie. That was like the 90s kid version of WALL-E, if you think about it. It was like the 90s kid version of WALL-E. It was WALL-E before WALL-E was a thing. I love WALL-E too. That was a really good fight. WALL-E. Some shit like that. I don't know. He was great. He was fantastic. My tarantula is actually named after the other robot from that movie, eevee. So that's what I named my tarantula after for some reason. I have a tarantula, by the way. I'm not sure how many of y'all knew that. But Astro Boy was my favorite. Oh, that's very old school. Can we agree that, like, Astro Boy and Mega Man are basically the same thing? Like, can we agree on that? Because I'm a huge Mega Man fan. And I look at Mega Man and I look at Astro Boy. And I'm like, they definitely pulled some inspiration from somewhere. Because, like, those two characters are very similar in a lot of ways. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But there's a lot of parallels there. I think Astro Boy came first, though. Didn't he? I have to look that up now, because I know Mega Man is fairly old. I'm pretty sure Astro Boy came first, though. I'm gonna look it up now, because now I'm curious. Astro Boy. Yeah, I'm like very certain Astro Boy came first. Now that I'm looking at this. The first one, the first Astro Boy manga series came out in 1952. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that was long before Mega Man, because I think Mega Man was like the 80s. Yeah, Mega Man was 87. So yeah, Astro Boy was like 30 years before. Alright. I thought Astro Boy came first, but I wasn't entirely sure. Astro Boy came out in 2009. Yeah, that's the movie, though. That's not the, like, intellectual property. That's the movie. The first Astro Boy manga was, I think it's in 1952. Or 57. 1957. So yeah. Basically 30 years before Mega Man. Roughly 30 years before Mega Man. So yeah. I think Mega Man drew a lot of inspiration from Astro Boy, because the two main characters are, like, very similar. At least I think they are. Yeah, y'all can disagree if you want. But I think they're very similar. But yeah, I love Mega Man. Mega Man's great. I want to get, like, all of the Legacy collections. I actually have Legacy Collection 1, I think, on my 2DS. But they've, like, since re-released them all for Switch. Actually, did I get Legacy Collection on Switch? I kind of want to say I did, but I don't remember if I did. Did I buy one of them already? Because I know I know I have Mega Man 11. I guess I didn't. I thought I did for some reason. Here, this is my collection of games, by the way. I don't know why I have Archives Punch-Out when Punch-Out is included in the online thing. That was kind of a waste, but, you know, whatever. So yeah, I want to get, like, all of the Legacy collections on Switch. Because they've released all of the ones that have been released in the past on Switch now. And then they're also doing Legacy collections for I believe it was the Mega Man ZX series. Or the Mega Man X and ZX series, which is really cool. So I want to get those as well. I'm a really big Mega Man fan, so I want to have them, like, all in one place. Just all of the Mega Man games in one place that I can play them on my TV, or I can, you know, take the Switch out and just play them on the road, you know. So eventually I would like to have all of the Legacy collections on the Switch. They all have been released for Switch so far. It's just a matter of it's very low on my priority list. Because I don't really think we would play much of it on the channel. It's more of just something I would probably play myself in my spare time. But it is something I would like to have at one point. I like Power Man 5000. Bro. Fucking Power Man. I'm hoping they make another Mega Man game. Because they did make Mega Man 11, which was, like, the first installment in the Mega Man series in, like, 15 years, I think? I'm pretty sure it was about 15 years in between Mega Man 10 and Mega Man 11. Something like that. It was a long-ass time. I don't remember exactly, but it's been a long time. Me and my girlfriend had our first kiss today. Oh, that's adorable. Congratulations. Congratulations. I'm glad things are going well for you. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure it was like 14 years or something like that in between the release of Mega Man 10 and Mega Man 11. I'm hoping they do a Mega Man 12. And I'm hoping we don't have to wait another 14 years for that to happen. Actually, I'd be interested. Can I find sales records for Mega Man 11? I want to know if it did well. Because if it did really well, they'll probably do another one soon. They left the ending of it, like, open for a sequel. So, like, they could make it happen. Mega Man 11 sales numbers. Let's see. Oh, shit. That's not good. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. Okay. I went to go on a website to check the sales records for the game, and it popped up like a bunch of like virus shit. So let's go to a different website. Let's go to a different one. I don't know if you guys were actually able to hear that or not, because I have my desktop audio off. Alright, let's check this website. Okay, apparently this article was posted on February 4th, 2019, so it might not be 100% accurate as of right now. But at the time that this article was posted, Mega Man 11 sold 870,000 units, which is, you know, a decent amount for a franchise that hasn't had an installment in like 14 years. I don't actually know if it was 14 years, but it was somewhere around there. But Mega Man X Legacy Collection sold 920,000, which is pretty impressive. So obviously those aren't like great numbers in the, you know, in the video game world nowadays. But, like, that's a decent amount for a franchise that's been dead for a while and recently came back. You know, that's pretty good. I don't know if it's good enough for them to, like, immediately want to make a sequel, but that's pretty decent. Because I know, like, the Pokemon games, like, even the worst selling Pokemon game, did, like, 10 million or something like that. So, like, that's, of course, Pokemon's Pokemon, so, you know, it is what it is. How old do you have to be to get Doom? Well, it is a rated M game, so I think what's the age for rated M? Like 17? Something like that? I think it's 17, but I might be wrong. Yo, Romarsh, what's up? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, I have a bunch of the Doom games on here, as you can see. I have Doom 2016, the original Doom, Doom 2, Doom 3. I've already pre-ordered Doom Eternal, which was originally supposed to come out in December, but got delayed to March, which is coming up. But then the Switch version in particular got delayed even further, and we don't know when it's coming out. So we were going to play Doom Eternal next month, but the Switch version got delayed, and that's the version that I pre-ordered. So we're going to have to wait a little bit longer for that to come out. I don't know when exactly, because they haven't said. But I already have it paid for, so whenever it comes out, we'll actually get to, play it. And then, of course, I'm going to get Doom 64 on here when it comes out, which will be next month. So I'll just have, like, all the Doom games in one place. It'll be nice. But we still have Animal Crossing coming next month. So even though Doom Eternal is going to have to wait a little bit, unfortunately, because I got the Switch version, which originally they said would release the same day as the other versions, but now apparently that's not happening. Which kind of sucks, but, there's nothing I can do about it. So whenever it comes out, we'll be able to play it, but we still have Animal Crossing coming next month, which will be my first ever Animal Crossing game. A bunch of people recommended that I get it, and were like practically demanding that I play it on the channel. I've never played an Animal Crossing game, so I'm really excited. That'll be coming in March 20th, I believe. So keep a lookout on that, because that'll be coming in like a couple weeks, like 3 weeks, roughly 3 weeks from now. So we still have that next month. We have the Forbidden Craft relaunch next month, towards the end of next month. And then we still got a few things kicking around. We got the next episode of the Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts edited series going up next month. So we still got some stuff going on next month, but unfortunately it would seem that Doom Eternal is going to have to wait, because I pre-ordered the Switch version and they're delaying the Switch version. So that's going to be a little disappointing, but from a schedule standpoint, it actually works out better for me. Because we already had so many things going on next month that, like, fitting Doom into that as well. Not to mention all the series that I'm behind on that I need to catch up on. So, like, from a scheduling standpoint, it's actually almost better that way. But I am disappointed because I was looking really forward to playing it. But we're gonna have to wait just a little bit longer. So, it is what it is. We've already waited, like, I think 8 months, so we can wait a little bit longer. I'd much rather them take their time and it actually be done right than for them to release it incomplete. So it's a little annoying, but I'd much rather wait and have something that's actually done right than to get it the same day as everybody else, but have it be completely, like, unplayable. So if it means that the port on it is going to be done proper, then I feel like it was the right decision to make. It's being ported by Panic Button. It's being ported by Panic Button, which are the same people that ported Doom 2016 to the Switch, which ran perfectly. There was, like, one part towards the end of Doom 2016 where if you used an explosive weapon, you might get, like, a slight frame dip. But other than that, the entire experience was smooth, at least in my experience. So, like, I don't know. They know what they're doing when it comes to ports. They ported Rocket League to the Switch. They ported the, what was it, Wolfenstein to the Switch. Doom 2016. They got a lot of games under their belt that shouldn't really be able to run on the Switch, but somehow they made it work. Although Rocket League's not really a demanding game. But like, Doom 2016 and Wolfenstein, that is very impressive that they were able to get those to run on Switch as well as they do, and looking as good as they do. So like, they got some impressive stuff under their belt, so if anybody is competent enough to be able to bring Doom Eternal to the Switch, it's gonna be them. I'm a little disappointed that seemingly it's been delayed. I don't think they actually made an official announcement that it's been delayed, but the rumor going around, or what I'm hearing from everybody, is that it's been delayed. And I actually wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. So I'm going into it with the assumption that that's the case. Which I'm totally okay with, so long as that means the final result is actually done right. Because I'd much rather wait for something that's done right than get it the same day as everybody else and it just be completely terrible. But yeah, yo, Impervious, what's up? Welcome to stream. Did you watch the Curse commercials I shared on Curse Commercials channel? I have not, but post as many of them there as you can, because I'm waiting to do the next episode of that series for like more entries. Which, by the way, that series from now on will be taking place on our other channel, our second channel. Because I'm reorienting this channel for, like, strictly, gaming-oriented stuff. So, like, all of our extra stuff will be on the other channel. Which is aptly named Forbidden Fate Extra, so there you go. It's just all the extra shit. But yeah, I'm waiting for more entries on that before I do the next filming. They also ported Warframe to the Switch. Yeah, they did, didn't they? Yeah. Speaking of which, Warframe is officially acknowledged in Super Smash Bros. Now, which is fucking awesome. It's not a playable character or anything like that, but they did add a Warframe spirit. They did a Warframe spirit added to Smash Bros, which is really cool. I know it's like a very minor inclusion, but just seeing them acknowledging that game in any form is really cool to see. So like Warframe X Smash Bros is a thing now, which is pretty crazy. Mine is gaming related though. No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, when are you gonna do Try Not to Laugh? Probably at some point in the future. You can go ahead and like send me some of those on Discord as well if you want. But yeah, all of that kind of stuff is gonna be on our other channel from now on. But yeah, Warframe is in Smash now, technically, which is pretty awesome. I would have much preferred to see, like, an assist trophy or something. Or, Lord forbid, an actual playable character. Could you imagine if they added Warframe as a playable character? They add, like, Excalibur or something as a playable character. That would be interesting. But, no, just to see it acknowledged at all in Smash Bros. Is just really cool to see. Even if it's just a minor inclusion, like a spirit. Actually, what would have been amazing is if they did a stage. That would be cool. A Warframe stage. That would be pretty sick. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that's gonna happen. But they did acknowledge that Warframe exists. They put some Warframe spirits in there, which is pretty cool. The whole spirits concept is really interesting. Because it's really just a way for them to acknowledge as many games as they possibly can with, like, as little effort as possible. Because all it is a fucking PNG file. Like, you could literally go on Google Images and just find PNGs of, like, any fucking character you want. And that's basically... Yeah, and just put it in Smash, and there you go. It's a spirit, right? Of course, they have to code, like, certain attributes to the spirit. Like, such and such spirit gives you this benefit, or whatnot. But at the end of the day, there's no models or anything. It's just PNG files. So it's probably a fairly simple and non-time consuming thing just to be like, okay, here's 20 spirits from this franchise that are in the game now, right? So it's a really interesting concept because you can really tell that Sakurai takes great pride in being able to, you know, represent as many of these game franchises as possible. So the whole spirit concept goes hand in hand in that, because it allows him to give recognition to some of the other franchises that maybe didn't make the cut as a playable character or an assist trophy or anything like that. You know, because they can just throw up a PNG file of whatever, you know, character they want to add in, and bam, it's a spirit, right? It's a very low-effort way of being able to include more characters. So it's a very interesting concept. I know it's something that's not particularly popular with everyone. I know a lot of people really dislike the whole spirits thing. Or at least a lot of the people that I've talked to personally about it. But I think it's a really neat and interesting thing. You know? I'd much rather... See, because anybody who's been on this channel for a decent amount of time will know that my most wanted character for Smash Bros. Is Crash Bandicoot. So yeah, I really want Crash Bandicoot in Smash. I want him as a playable character. I think he deserves it. However, I'm not one of those people that if my character doesn't get in, it's the end of the fucking world. Like, yes, I would love to see Crash as a playable character. You know, I feel like it is a character that deserves to be on the roster. However, I'll gladly take a Crash, you know, assist trophy or Mii Fighter costume. Or hell, even a spirit, right? Even just a set of spirits. Just so that, like, the series gets some sort of recognition in the game, right? Because some recognition is much better than no recognition at all. I feel like a lot of people in the Smash community don't appreciate that or just, you know, take that for granted. A great example of that is the assist trophies, right? You know, Shadow being an assist trophy, you know, Waluigi being an assist trophy. All these characters that people want as playable characters. It's like, just be glad they got recognized at all, right? Because there's many characters that don't even make it that far. So it's like, yeah, of course you want them to be playable, but just be glad they're there, like, at all. That's kind of my aspect for it. So, yeah, of course I would love Crash to be playable, and I still think there's a slim chance it could happen. Because he hasn't been, like, deconfirmed yet. And we have 6 more characters, so it could happen. But, like, I'll take a fucking Crash Spirit, right? Give me Crash, Coco, and Aku Aku as spirits, right? And I'll be okay with that. I will be perfectly content with that. Just so that he gets some recognition at all. But I believe he deserves to be on the roster. I tried rewatching the Astro Boy movie and it made me sad. Bro, this dude. Oh yeah, go check the recent releases on the eShop. They recently released another Mega Man Legacy game. I'm assuming it's the ZX... I think Mega Man X2 and ZX Collection. I'm assuming. Because that was one of the ones they were working on. Which I actually don't know if that one's out yet. So I'm assuming that's the one you're talking about. Which I actually never played the ZX games. So that'll be interesting. Could you imagine if they brought back, like, Mega Man Battle Network? That would be interesting. That would be pretty interesting. God, Mega Man 64. If they fucking re-released Mega Man 64, that would be... God, that game was terrible. Like, I love Mega Man. Mega Man 64 was terrible. It was acid. Wait, why am I not... Hold on. Why do I not do the connects and stuff? Alright, I'm gonna have to fix that later. Because... Oh, you know what it was? I was trying to set up my wireless printer on my Wi-Fi router, and I think I turned the Wi-Fi off by mistake. Because, like, I have a, That's what it is. And the only reason I'm able to be streaming right now is because I don't use Wi-Fi for my PC. That's what it is. Yeah, because, like, I love the router I have. I have a Nighthawk V3 from Netgear. It's a great router. But the buttons on the front of it are very poorly labeled. I was trying to find the WSP button for, like, a quick link. And they have, like, a dedicated button that just turns off the Wi-Fi, like, altogether. That's probably the one I pressed by mistake. When I was trying to set up shit earlier. So I'll have to fix that after the stream, because I can't do it right now, because in order to fix that, I would actually have to unplug the router, which is kind of dumb, which obviously would mean the stream would end, so I'll fix that later. But I'm gonna assume the Legacy Collection you're talking about is the... I think it's X2 or ZX Collection. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that later. But yeah, I absolutely love my router, but the labels on the front for the individual buttons, the labeling on them is just really bad. Like, it tells you, like, 1 through 8, like, numbers 1 through 8 for your different lanes. Your different data lanes. But then it also has 3 extra buttons right at the end, which are very poorly labeled. And one of them is the WSP connect button. One of them is a dedicated button to turn off the Wi-Fi entirely, which I don't know why you would want that, but, you know, it's there. And then the third button, I have no clue what it does, but I don't know which button is which, because they're all labeled terribly, and I don't have the manual for this thing anymore, so... it is what it is. And as far as I'm aware, the only way to turn it back on is if I just reset the router. Unless there's a way to do that that I'm not aware of. Luckily, like 90% of the shit I use doesn't even use Wi-Fi, because pretty much all of my devices are hooked up via Ethernet. The Switch is not, because there's no Ethernet port natively on the Switch. You can get it from Ethernet over USB 3, but the Switch dock, even though it has a USB 3 port, doesn't actually support USB 3. So, in most cases, the little adapter that goes from Ethernet to USB 3 for the Switch, you're actually going to get worse performance than just using Wi-Fi. At least in my case. And, you know, your use may vary. But, like, my Switch is literally probably about 3 feet away from my router. And my router is a Nighthawk V3 from Netgear, which is very overpowered for something that's only 3 feet away. You know, so, going from that to a wired connection that's running off of USB 2.0, I actually get worse internet connection wired than wirelessly under those circumstances. So your use case may vary. There are, like, legitimate situations where you will get better connection from the USB dongle thing for the Switch. But in my circumstance, I've actually tested it because I did have one. I happened to have one lying around. And you can do a speed test on there. And I was doing better wirelessly than I was with the dongle. Because they don't support 3.0 USBs on the Switch yet. Even though the dock has a 3.0 USB port, it doesn't utilize it as a 3.0, which is very strange, and I don't know what the point of that is. I'm assuming in a firmware update they're going to enable that, but so far, as far as I'm aware, they haven't. So it's effectively acting as a... Damn chair. I keep forgetting about that. I keep accidentally lowering my chair because I cross my legs and I hit the little bar underneath. So yeah, it's effectively acting as a 2.0 port, even though it's technically a 3.0 port. But yeah, you're right, it's 0/ZX Legacy Collection. Yeah, I didn't know that one was out already. Because I knew it was coming up, but I didn't know it was out yet. So that's very interesting. I never played the ZX games, so I'll be interested to try that out. Honestly, the thing about the Mega Man franchise is, like, They just keep making these legacy collections on different platforms. And they seem to be selling fairly well. Maybe not amazing, but like they're definitely making money off of them. So it's like, why make another new game when we can just keep reselling all of the old games? Just repackage them and resell them. I'm really hoping they do make Mega Man 12. I don't know for a fact if they're going to, but Mega Man 11 was really well done. I very much enjoyed it. It was a very easy Mega Man game. Which, you know, easy and Mega Man are two things that are very rarely ever put together in the same sentence. But, like, Mega Man 11 was a very easy Mega Man game. But I understand why they took that approach with it. Because, like, the thing was, it had been so long since, like, Mega Man 10 that, like, by the time Mega Man 11 came out, they were bringing it out to, like, a whole new generation, basically. So, like, for a lot of people, it might have been their introductory to the series. So they were just like, we'll make it, like, a little bit easier, right? There were definitely parts of it that were difficult, but compared to most Mega Man games, Mega Man 11 was way easier than most of them. But I'm hoping they do a Mega Man 12 at some point in the near future. And I'm hoping they ramp up the difficulty on it quite a bit. Looks at the title. Ah, shit, here we go again. Bro, you don't even know the half of it. You don't even know, dude. You don't even know. Oh yeah, Capcom is doing all sorts of stuff for the Switch. Which is why a lot of people were saying that we were going to get a Capcom rep in the Smash Bros. DLC. Which I actually don't remember. Terry's not... No, Terry's SNK. Terry's not Capcom. He's SNK. So yeah, we still actually haven't gotten a Capcom rep in the DLC. But a lot of people thought it was going to happen. I guess it could technically still happen, though, because we have 6 more characters. So, like, if you were to choose a Capcom character to be added into Smash, who would you pick? Personally, I would love to see another Mega Man rep in Smash. Or I think Phoenix Wright would be kind of cool. Phoenix Wright would be a very unique character. I'm trying to think of, like, other Capcom franchises that would be interesting. Let's see. Undertale and Cuphead ports on Switch. They got Mii's. FNAF got ports also. As much as I would love, okay, and, you know, I'm a huge FNAF guy. I love FNAF. As much as I would love to see the next Smash Direct, and right at the end, you just hear off in the distance fucking you know, the Freddy laughing and just fucking da 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 da. Right? As much as I would love for that to happen, and then just release like a Freddy Fazbear Mii fighter, as much as I would love for that to happen, I highly doubt it. I feel like they're definitely going to do another Mii fighter in the same vein as Sans and Cuphead. 100% going to happen. I feel like it's going to be Steve from Minecraft as a Mii sword fighter. I feel like that's the next character in line that would be like the holy shit, they actually did it. Right? Because, like, so far they've all been meme pics, and they've all been, like, you know, very, like, quote-unquote toxic characters. Controversial characters. I think Steve would be next. I think if they were going to do another one, it would be Steve as a Mii fighter. But I would love to be wrong. I would love to see fucking Freddy Fazbear or the puppet. The puppet would be really cool. Actually, a puppet assist trophy, the fucking marionette assist trophy. Oh, that would be sick. That would be sick. Could you imagine that? A Five Nights at Freddy's stage where, like, it's the FNAF 2 location and you're fighting on the desk. So, like, the background is, like, the fucking hallways and shit and you can see them walking by. That would be cool. That would be amazing. I would be so down for that. Also, Hat in Time got ports, so... Yeah, but just because it gets a port to the Switch doesn't mean it's going to be put in Smash. I would love to be wrong, though. I would absolutely love to be wrong. Hat in Time definitely deserves some recognition. I don't think Mii Fighter, but... You know, maybe a spirit or something they could do. I don't know. I feel like Hat in Time would be kind of a weird one. See, because, like, Hat in Time would be a weird one because... Hat in Time is very much inspired by the Mario series. Yeah, so it'd be kind of a weird inclusion. I don't necessarily think it's impossible. I just feel like if it were to happen, it wouldn't be an original character. You know, maybe a Mii fighter. You know, at this point, fucking anybody can be a Mii fighter, right? There's just no, like, limit to Mii fighters at this point. So, maybe a Mii fighter, definitely not going to be a full, like, unique character, though. And I would say that's mostly just because, like, one, it's an indie character, and two... which we have yet to see an indie character that is fully unique, playable character, right? We have Sans and Cuphead, which both started out as indie games that made their way into Mii fighters, but there has not been an indie character that is an actual unique, playable character in Smash yet. So... I don't think any indie character will make it all the way to a fully playable character. But, like, if they were going to do it with Hat in Time, it would be strange, because Hat in Time is, like, very inspired by Mario. So I'm not really sure how they would differentiate the moveset enough to really make it feel unique. Keep in mind, I haven't actually played Hat in Time myself. So, you know, take what I say with a grain of salt. But I do know that the Hat in Time games are very inspired by the Mario games in play style. More like Mario 64, Mario Odyssey kind of thing. Is the vibe I'm getting from it, based on what I've seen. But I haven't actually played them myself, so take what I say with a grain of salt. But based on the gameplay I've seen, and based on what I've heard from people who have played them, it's a very, like, Mario 64, Mario Odyssey inspired game. So, I don't know. We'll see. I would love to see a FNAF representation in Smash, though. Even if it's just a spirit. Which, let's be honest, if they added a FNAF spirit to Smash Bros., that would actually be kind of clever, because all the fucking characters are pretty much spirits anyway. So, it would make sense, kind of. They're all spirits of dead children, except for a few of them, but, you know. So it's like, I would love to see, like, a FNAF spirit, or, you know, an assist trophy, a stage, a Mii fighter. I highly doubt we would ever get a playable character, like a unique playable character for FNAF. But it would be pretty fucking funny if they did. Could you imagine people's reactions if the next playable character, like the actual DLC character, was fucking Freddy Fazbear? Could you imagine? The internet would fucking die. The internet would implode. People freaked out when Sans was a Mii fighter. Could you imagine if Freddy Fazbear was an actual playable character? The internet would implode. It would be, the whole universe would condense on itself, and just, we'd all be gone. It wouldn't be, it would rip apart the fabric of reality. Oh. It would be ridiculous. I thought about what I'm wanting from Capcom. I want a port of Beautiful Joe 1 and 2 along with Beautiful Joe Red Hot Rumble Rush in one game. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. But yeah, I would love to see some sort of FNAF representation in Smash. I feel like we've gotten representation for Cuphead in Undertale. I feel like FNAF is, even if the fan base is a bit more toxic than those other two, which is, debatable, I feel like FNAF is right up there with, like, Undertale and Cuphead. So, like, I would love to see some kind of representation. Do I think it's going to happen? Absolutely not. I don't think it's going to happen in the slightest. But if Cuphead and Undertale can get representation in Smash, I feel like FNAF deserves some kind of representation. It could literally just be a spirit, right? Just to, like, acknowledge that the series existed, right? I would be 100% fine with just, like, a spirit or something. FNAF more toxic than Undertale? Haha, it's so funny. I mean, it's debatable. It's debatable. They're probably about equal, but I don't know, man. I just feel like if Sans can be a Mii fighter and Cuphead can be a Mii fighter, FNAF deserves at least something. If it's a spirit, if it's an assist trophy, if it's a Mii fighter, just give it something to be in there, right? But I feel like it's much more likely that the next, like, surprise Mii fighter, the next, like, meme Mii fighter will be Steve from Minecraft. I am, like, adamant that it'll be Steve from Minecraft. I'm like, it's gonna be a sword fighter Mii fighter, unless they made him a gunner and gave him a bow, which I guess they could do, but I feel like a sword would be a lot more iconic for, you know, Minecraft. Or like a pickaxe, you know, that would work too. But yeah, so I feel like it's much more likely that Minecraft Steve gets in as like a Mii fighter. Or who knows, maybe he'll go all the way as a playable character, which would be really interesting. I would totally be okay with Steve being a playable character. Keep in mind, Steve is a Microsoft character, so I feel like when people think of Microsoft characters for Smash, the two that come to mind are Steve and Master Chief from Halo. And if I had to pick between Steve or Master Chief, I would much rather have Master Chief in Smash. However, I am not against Steve being in at all. I feel like it is very likely he will be a Mii fighter, just like Sans and Cuphead. And if he's not a Mii fighter, I would say he'll probably be a playable character. I'm expecting him to be a Mii fighter, but if that doesn't happen, the only situation I can think of where that wouldn't happen is if he's an actual playable character, which I would be totally okay with. But like, my Microsoft reps for Smash, ideal scenario for me. Steve becomes Mii fighter, Master Chief comes in as a playable character. That would be ideal for me. I feel like that would be a nice mix of Microsoft, in there. Because we have Banjo as well, which I'm a Banjo main. But like, even though Banjo is technically a Microsoft IP, because they own the rights to him, he didn't start out as a Microsoft IP. Or I guess technically Minecraft didn't either. I don't know. I feel like Banjo, even though he's technically Microsoft IP, he's much more synonymous with Nintendo than anything else. So it just feels natural for Banjo to be there. I don't really look at Banjo as a Microsoft character, even though technically he is one. But like, Master Chief all day is a Microsoft character. All day. Yeah. Shovel Knight, Swordsman, no sword but a shovel. Well, they can't really do that, because... Or I guess they could do that. But like, Shovel Knight's already in the game. He's an assist trophy. I don't think it would be impossible for them to do an assist trophy as a Mii fighter, but it would be kind of weird that, because Shovel Knight was in the main game when it released as an assist trophy. So it would seem kind of strange to be like, oh, by the way, over 2 years later, or 3 years. Yeah, shit. Over 3 years later, here's the Shovel Knight Mii fighter, right? It just really wouldn't feel right. Because he's already in the game as an assist trophy. I don't know if you knew that or not. But Shovel Knight is already in the game as an assist trophy. He's actually a really damn cool assist trophy. So is Knuckles. What's your point? I guess you're right. I didn't think of it that way. I don't know. I just think it would be strange, right? I'm not saying it couldn't happen, right? I'm just saying it would be strange. And even if it did happen, right? Because here's the thing. Even if it did happen, which I'm not saying it couldn't, right? I'm not saying it couldn't happen. Even if it did happen, Shovel Knight would not be as much of a, wow, they put him in as a Mii fighter kind of thing as Sans and Cuphead. Because he's already in the game as an assist trophy, right? Whereas if they were to throw up fucking Freddy Fazbear or Steve from Minecraft or something like that as a Mii fighter, people would be like, whoa, I can't believe they did that, right? So even if they put Shovel Knight in as a Mii fighter, which I don't think is entirely impossible, it wouldn't garner the same reaction as Sans or Cuphead did. Because he's already in the game anyway. So as far as like characters that would actually, bring that kind of reaction, I feel like Steve from Minecraft is a definite competitor for that. Again, Freddy Fazbear, which I highly doubt would happen, but I would love to see it happen. It'll be huge for an indie character. Yeah, well, Sans is an indie character. He's a Mii fighter. Cuphead was an indie game. I know Microsoft got involved with that game at some point. I don't know if they own the rights to that game or not. But I know Microsoft was involved with it at some point. So I don't know if the game is considered an indie game anymore, but I know it was originally. Kind of like Minecraft. Minecraft was an indie game originally, but I don't think it is anymore because Microsoft took over. So, like, we already have indie characters in Smash, just none of them as original playable characters. We have a couple, we have a couple of, indie characters as Mii fighters. We have a couple dozen indie characters as spirits, I believe. And then we have, the Shovel Knight Assist Trophy, which is an indie character. Sakurai, Smash Bros. Is a celebration of all video games. Indie games, you're joking, right? Well, like, the indie games are in there, right? None of them have been original playable characters, but, like, they got recognition. Maybe not every indie game ever, but, Undertale was represented in some way. Cuphead was represented in some way. Shovel Knight was represented in some way. Even Shantae was represented because it was put up as a spirit. Which is like a very low level of representation when it comes to Smash, but it still counts. So, like, they have, some indie representation in Smash. Which is just great to see in general, right? Because, Especially for things like Sans. Like, for Undertale to go so far... to go so far is to actually make it into Smash as, like, a Mii fighter. That's very significant. Because very few indie games have made it into Smash in any fashion. And only 2 so far have made it in as Mii fighters. One of which I don't even think is considered an indie game anymore. Because I think Microsoft took over it, but I might be wrong about that. I'm not entirely sure. But, yeah. So, I Am Bread? Yo, I Am Bread would be great. Oh my god. The Mii fighter nobody saw coming. Just a piece of bread. Oh my god, make him a playable character. No! 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 Goose! Put the fucking goose in Smash! But, honk honk! Put the fucking goose in Smash. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Put the fucking goose in Smash. Oh, that would be great. That would be great. Could you imagine? We have all these indie games that come so close to being a playable character, but just don't quite make it. But then we have... we have fucking, Untitled Goose Game makes it in as a playable character. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Oh my god, I would love it so much. Put the goose in Smash. I need it. I need it. That'd be awesome. You could actually come up with a pretty decent moveset for him, too. Just off the top of my head, his recovery would obviously be his wings. You know, that makes sense. But because he's a goose, it would be very limited flight, kind of like Kirby. That would make sense, right? He could have an attack where he picks up a bell, right? Because that's one of the things for the game. And he kind of like throws it, similar to the Duck Hunt can, you know, where you can kind of like control it after you threw it. That would be interesting. One of his taunts could be the little pose he does with like the bow from that one part of the game. He could have various, you know, animations he does where maybe he might peck at you, or maybe his neutral B will be a honk that like does like a sound wave in front of him, and maybe it does like a stun effect or something like that. That would be nice. And then like for his final smash, just have it be have his final smash just be he grabs the radio and has a bunch of villagers chasing him across the stage with the radio. And all the villagers just trample over any of the characters in their path. And does, like, damage that way. That would be nice. That would be, like... You know, there's a rough idea of a goose moveset right there. I know there's a lot of moves I didn't really specify on, but I feel like you could make it work. I feel like if they can make Piranha Plant as unique of a character as they did in Smash, they could definitely make it work with the Untitled Goose Game. Do I expect that to happen? Absolutely not. Would I love it to happen? Absolutely. God, could you imagine if the next... Actually, now that I think about it, it really wouldn't be that much of a stretch if the next Mii fighter was the damn goose. Just make him a Mii brawler. And just have like a Mii fighter, but with like the goose hat or something, right? God, that wouldn't be that much of a stretch. It really wouldn't. Because, you know, we already have Sans and Cuphead. I feel like any meme character that's an indie character can kind of make it in as a Mii fighter now. So, like, Untitled Goose would be great. Untitled Goose Game was, like, a wildly popular game, too, so it wouldn't be that crazy. Mickey Mouse for Smash, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Because that would break literally the only rule that Smash has now. Is that, like, you have to be a video game character to make it in. With the exception of Rob, who is technically not a video game character, but was rather a video game accessory. So that's kind of like a gray area. He still had his origins in video games, so it still counts, but him himself was never in a video game until Smash Brawl. So it's kind of a gray area for Rob, but his origins were still in video games. He was just a video game accessory instead of a video game character. Mickey Mouse is a video game character? No, it is not. Just because a character makes an appearance in a video game does not make them a video game character. Technically, Mickey Mouse has had video... Yes, I know. You know who else has had video games? Fucking Peter Griffin has had a video game. Steve Harvey has had a fucking video game. Shrek has had a video game. Do you think any of them are making it into Smash? No! Because just because a character makes it into, makes an appearance in a video game does not make them a video game character. So that doesn't really count. Although, let's be honest, if they put Steve Harvey in Smash, I would main the fuck out of Steve Harvey. Duck Hunt Dog wasn't playable in Duck Hunt. I didn't say it had to be a playable character in the game that it made an appearance in. I just said it had to have been a video game character. So what I mean by that, right? A character whose origins, right? Their origins are from a video game. So Goku doesn't count. Because even though Goku has video games, he's a manga character. His original appearance was in a manga. Okay? So, he has video games, he's in video games, but he's not a video game character. He is a manga character. And the same applies to any character who originated outside of video games, but coincidentally has video games made about them. So there's, you know, it's a whole thing. Mario is from an anime? No, he's not. They had a Mario cartoon series, but that was after the video games. So he still originated from the video games. They didn't do, like, the Mario cartoon series until, like, Mario 3, I don't think. I think there might have been a TV show before that, but the cartoon series was definitely like Mario 3. So like at that point there'd already been like 2 Mario games prior to that. Plus the arcade game, so technically 3. So yeah, Mickey Mouse could not happen. And I know there's the whole like Kingdom Hearts thing, but Mickey Mouse, even though he's in Kingdom Hearts, did not originate from Kingdom Hearts. Originated from an animation a long time ago. I want to say in like the 50s, if not sooner than that. Or later than that. Actually, it would have been like the 30s, I think. Hold on, I'm about to look it up. I want to say it was like the 1930s. First ever Mickey Mouse. 1928. Okay, so it was just before 1930. Okay. So yeah. 1928. So yeah, Mickey Mouse could definitely not be in Smash. Yeah, 1928. I was a little bit off. I said the 30s. So I actually have a Mickey Mouse animation reel from, I want to say the one I have was from, like, 1945 or something like that. I'd have to go back and look, but I have an original animation reel from them. It was called, Donald Duck Barber Chair was the name of the animation. And the whole animation, it's actually really interesting because it's really interesting because the whole concept of the animation was sort of a trying to warn about like the dangers of automation, right? Of like machines and stuff like that. So the whole thing was like Donald Duck finds a barber chair that's like fully autonomous, and you just throw a nickel in and it'll cut your hair, it'll, you know, do all the, brush your teeth, do all that nice stuff for you. So obviously he sits in the chair, he puts his nickel in, but then things go horribly wrong and it's not doing the things it's supposed to do, and it's a comedic thing. And that's basically the gist of the animation. But I actually have one of the original animation reels for that. That I picked up on eBay. So that's pretty cool, I think. How many people can be like, yeah, I have an original animation from Disney from like the 40s? I actually have a film projector I can play it on too. So it's pretty cool. I haven't actually set it up on the film projector before, but I do have a film projector I could put it on. There's an original variant of Mickey Wizard, Mickey form, from Kingdom Hearts. Deal with it. Wizard Mickey is allowed. No, it is not! And you know why? Because Wizard Mickey also is not originally from Kingdom Hearts. Might make an appearance in Kingdom Hearts, but they've had Wizard Mickey long before Kingdom Hearts was around. Hold on. I'm about to look up when Wizard Mickey actually was. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Because they have, like, the whole Wizard Mickey thing, like, long before Kingdom Hearts. Alright. That was in 1930 was the first appearance of Mickey Mouse with, like, the little wizard outfit. 1930. So yeah, long before Kingdom Hearts. And even if they had a variant of Mickey Mouse that was original to Kingdom Hearts and had never appeared anywhere else, it would still be Mickey Mouse. It would still not be eligible to make it in. The only way, and I honestly mean this, the only way that Mickey Mouse will ever be in Smash Bros. Is if they added Sora into Smash Bros. And had Mickey and Goofy as part of Sora's final Smash. That is the only way it will ever happen. And even then, I feel like that's a bit of a stretch. But that's the only way that will ever happen. And even then, I feel like it's a bit of a stretch. We're probably gonna wrap up in a few minutes here. Because it is... yeah, it's almost 11 o'clock, so we'll probably wrap up in a few minutes here. Ideally, I would have liked to have done 3 hours for this episode, but I was running about an hour behind when I would have liked to have started this. So we'll probably wrap up in a few minutes. But as always, I do love the discussions that we're able to have during these streams. We are officially 143 hours in, which means we are 5 days and 23 hours in on this hunt. So we are 1 hour away from being 6 full days in on this. Which is pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. We're gonna go ahead and make this one the last one for this stream. We're gonna go ahead and make this one the last one for this stream. Here we go. I'm gonna click it, I'm gonna walk away, and whatever happens, happens. This is me walking away now. Did we do it? Did we get the thing? Did it happen? Nope, that's not it. Okay, it didn't happen. God, imagine if it did, though. Imagine if it did. That would have been great. That would have been fantastic. Okay, so we're still hunting this thing, unfortunately. But yeah, we're gonna wrap up here. Thank all you guys for watching. Shoutouts to the member board, as always. We got my boy Shadow Black, Siri Balcluz, JS Gaming, Sprun XX, my kick-ass mama, Skywalker King, Fun and Crazy Sunny, and Romarsh. If you want your name on the member board, you gotta hit that join button. But for now, thank all you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, become one of the ground mates. I'll see all you guys next time. Goodbye, guys.